Today we're going to learn how to insert data into a Tinkerplots file. The first way to insert data is strictly just to type it into the file. We're going to keep in mind that Tinkerplots works with case-based data, so it's always going to show up in a table of cards or cases. So what you can do is drag your set of cases down to the window. We're going to type in a new attribute. We'll make this name, and then we can add a value for that. So we'll add a value, and then we'll type in another attribute, and we'll just do age. And again, we can add a value for that. So after we've inserted our attributes and values for our first case, we can just arrow over. It'll give us a new case, and we can insert a new name and a new age. And we can continue doing this for as many cases as we want, and as many attributes as we want. After you're done inserting your cases, you could drag a table down and see your data displayed in a table with name and age being your attributes. You could also see your data displayed as a plot, which we'll work with later. So that's the first way to put data into your Tinkerplots file, is to input it directly as cases. We'll get a new file. The next way to input data into your Tinkerplots file is from an Excel workbook. So we'll go over to our Excel workbook, and we're going to select all of the information on the sheet by clicking the little diamond button in the corner. We're going to go to Edit, Copy. Then we're going to come back to our Tinkerplots file and drag a new set of cases into our open window. We're then going to make sure that the cases are selected, go to Edit, and Paste Cases. You can see that 4 cases show on our new set of cards, similar to the 4 cases here, separated by name, and they also have all the attributes separated according to the table that was in our Excel workbook. Again, we can drag a table down to our Tinkerplots window, and we'll see the data displayed just as it was in our previous Excel window. We can also drag a plot, and again, see the data in plot form. The third way we can insert data into the Tinkerplots file is from the web. So we're going to go to the Data and Story Library, which is case-based data that's situated for educational purposes. So let's pull that up again. We'll go to List All Topics. We'll go down to Sports, and we'll go down to quarterback and team salaries. So you'll see that once you pull up this, it will give you a summary of the data. You can go to Data File Name, and you'll see the data in chart form. Now this is the easiest way to get data into Tinkerplots. You just click the icon beside the URL bar and drag it directly into the Data Plots window. This will give us all of our cases, just like we saw on the table, and then we can review them in table form, just like they were on the web, all 28 cases, and we can look at a plot. So let's get rid of our table. Let's say that we want to do a little bit of sorting with the data now that it's in Tinkerplots. Let's click on total, meaning total salary, and we can drag a point, and our data points will start to shift depending on salary. The darker points represent higher salaries, the lighter points represent lower salaries, as we see once our data starts to separate. Now let's say that once it's here, we want to see if the highest paid quarterback is an NFC quarterback or an AFC quarterback. Since the NFC attribute is green, a green dot will represent an NFC quarterback, and a white dot will represent a non-NFC quarterback or an AFC quarterback. Since our data is already ordered by salary, we can simply click on the NFC attribute, and the data points will change color to reflect the new attribute. So we can see that since this is a white dot, our highest paid quarterback is an AFC quarterback. So that was a little tutorial on how to put data into Tinkerplots and how to use it once it's in there.